going on, world? It's NRW, Nerds Rule the World, back with another KayFabeyBaby NRW Ring Generals Podcast, and I'm joined by the NRW's Trios Champions. Of course, I got my man Webster Style with that bow tie, and my man Sean Mongold here in the month of October, giving you those horror orgasms. Orgasms. I was looking at you back. I was like, is it orgasms? Hey, but you're giving it to him, Sean. You're giving it to him. Woo!
Over and over.
How are you, gentlemen?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Hey, always a pleasure to have y'all on, man. So we can all get down on some wrestling. There's been some news. Let's get into it. Who wants to throw the first topic at us at the moment? Let's grapple.
I guess. I mean, I missed the Bad Blood predictions because that what y'all did last week, right?
Yeah, so, we did. We and at the curtail end of the show, we were talking like other filler stuff, and then we're like, "Oh snap! It's Bad Blood. We got to talk on Bad Blood."
Oh damn! I mean, thankfully there was only five
aftermath of Bad Blood.
matches.
We can get into that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What went down? I'll pull up the results. But
man, I can remember. It's not 5 matches. You know what I mean? Like, so the first match, of course, CM Punk and Drew. Man, let me just say.
How did that work?
Fucking match. That was a fucking match.
That was good.
Like 16 stitches too. Like, I mean, that crimson mask that Drew had, like the shoving of the towel away, like everything was just so like they were just on.
Even after the match.
Yeah.
The oxygen and just everybody. And that played really well.
Folding. Yes. No, it really did. Like they were all on. Like even the ref trying to like wipe Drew's face, the blood, like everything just like clicked in place, and I was just like, bro, like this is insane. And like they have like a clip of like I guess a camera on top of the Hell in a Cell cage from like an aerial view and like showing all the big spots, and it was just insane. Like when Drew hit that Claymore and then landed on his back on the stairs, the metal stairs,
my back was hurting,
bro. I was just like, that's such a genius way to like play that off. And then the wrap of the knee with the chain, that was a great culmination to it. I was just like, man, I was like, is this like, this could have easily been very lackluster.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the match before.
Mm-hmm.
And like, obviously I think Bad Blood, like the blood really elevated it in my opinion, but like also just the violence, like the toolbox, the like everything. And it's just like, you know what? CM Punk can still go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like people are mad and they can stay mad, but that was a hell of a match. And my man was working and he was selling and he was on the offense and he fucking won. Like the beads coming out, I thought there was thumbtacks gooped me. I was like, oh shit, they're beads. Like,
I was like, oh shit.
I was just like,
I like the callback.
Right.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
the callback. Yeah. And it was also kind of Drew's downfall because he had to like embarrass Punk by like grabbing them and like shoving them down his throat instead of just ending the match. Like it said those small little things in there. But yeah, that was the first match. How did y'all feel about it? I'm assuming y'all liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, same. I especially at the end with the oxygen to just kind of like really they gave us a story.
Yeah.
Which you brilliantly put through, Sean. And then just to continue when I thought it was over, and then oh no, they're gonna give us a little bit more. Punk gave everything in that joint to Drew, and that way it still gives props to Drew because both of them, you didn't want to diminish them in any way. So it's still like they both showed out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that gash on his head, man, the 16 stitches, that shit was nasty.
That was gruesome. Gruesome.
Yeah, I really like. I'm curious to get your take on if they had another Hell in a Cell match prior to this one this year before Bad Blood, do you think it would have diminished this match at all? Because there was a time span like maybe like back in like 2021, like 2019 era, like where there was just like Hell in a Cell, like they just like threw it like fucking
candy. They did do quite a bit. Yeah.
And because they also had the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So it's just like you kind of like it felt like Hell in a Cell was just a gimmick.
Overdone.
It is a gimmick, but it's like,
overdone.
Yeah. So it's like
was that Edge
and
Finn Balor match? Was that Hell in a Cell?
I think that was Hell in a Cell, the pay-per-view, and that was in a Hell in a Cell.
Because that's literally like the last one I remember.
Yeah, so they took a break from doing them ever since Triple H took over. And this was, I think, kind of the first one back, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a good one.
Yes, this was great. So I'm glad they kind of took that leave of doing like overdoing the stipulation matches because this was nice. But the second match was Liv and Rhea, I believe. Or it was Damian and Finn. I can't remember. It was one of those.
It was Nia and Bayley.
Damn it!
Nia defeating Bayley by pinfall. Shenanigans. No, that wasn't shenanigans. No, there was shenanigans. Our girl
Tiffany came out. Yeah, Tiffy came out, and they're doing like the whole angle. Like Tiffy came to help Nia, but it looked like she was trying to cash in the briefcase, and Nia flipped out. And you know what? Like, I try every single week to like Nia more and more, and I kind of talk myself into it a little bit, you know, and like hearing other people talk and being like, you know, people are mad because, you know, like she doesn't have like a big move set, and then like she tries new moves, and sometimes it doesn't look as clean, you know, but like at least she's trying, and you know, like I always got to hear other people's like perspectives in order to get a better one myself, and like I understand that, I feel for that. Like she tried, I think, a Hurricanrana on Bayley, which she's never done before, and it was a little messy. But being that size, like being her size, and like trying it brand new, like never really done it before in the ring, like Jesus Christ, like you have to give it up to her. You know, she's trying. You know, and in my opinion, her backstage promos have done really well.
Yeah,
even though she's kind of like the same character she was with Alexa Bliss, like the best friend, but also kind of a bully kind of thing, which. That's a whole thing within the women's division anyway. Is like, we were best friends. This is my best friend. I don't know why they do that for the women. So much. It's kind of played out. Get some new shit for your women, please. Get a woman to write your stories. But yeah, I like the match. I really wanted Bayley to win, and like you can still tell the Tiffy and Nia breakup without the belt.
But exactly.
But I guess they're just like, no, like it has to be for the belt because they're so high up on Tiffy. You know, I was reading backstage reports, like everyone, like I think Tiffany accidentally like called Bayley her real name.
Yeah, I heard it.
People were like, oh, you know, like, oh, like she's got heat, and like, you know, they've already reported like she doesn't have heat. Like mistakes happen, no one's mad at her. Like it's all fine. So like, they love Tiffy.
Yeah.
But I mean, she looks like a clown to me. Sorry.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming. Zing! But you know, but she is athletic, so I'll give her that. So I mean, she is a character too. So, I wasn't super mad at this match. So yeah, I mean, it was an okay match.
It was just okay for me. I wanted it to be better. Yeah, it was kind of lackluster for me. I didn't. I don't think it was time for Bayley to get it back yet. What I actually, you know what I do, a take that I wanted, and I think something we've talked about is we want, you know, Naomi eventually, like, what's up with that? And it looks like they're looting, and also maybe her going heel. Absolutely. That you've been mentioning a lot, Sean. Yes. So I was like maybe half expecting, especially because the fact that she was late to be put in as the hosting role. Because if you remember when they first announced the host, they just said Bianca Jade, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was SmackDown or Raw. Oh, Naomi's now going to join them.
Right.
And which was cool. But then I was like, hold on, if they're going to do that, you know, it would make sense. So, like, is she going to come interfere? Yeah. So I was kind of half expecting that. And then not to get that. And then it was kind of lackluster match for me. Yeah. Just because, you know, and you've already spoke on it. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, if I was here for the predictions, I would have said the same thing. But like, it was a cool little subtle nod when they're up in like the suite party, and they're like, "What match are you waiting for?" And everyone went down the line, and then at the end, fucking Naomi was just like, "I gotta go for my girl Bay." You know, we all love Bay, and Bianca's just like, rolling her eyes off in the corner. I'm like, yes, just these little nuance, like these little snippets, is how you build. That's how you build a story. You know what I mean? Like, it's a slow burn.
Yeah.
But it's like that's how you build it, right? So I'm really excited for when that's going to happen. I hope it.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
How about you, Eldon? What did you think of this match?
It was okay. I think for me with Nia, I enjoy her better when she's like on the come up, because I feel like her as champion just doesn't work with the sort of monster persona.
Yeah.
That they have for her. Being on a mountaintop doesn't really allow her to be the monster, because she doesn't like kind of her moveset is limited, much like Sean was saying again. She's a larger woman. Moveset's going to be, limited, but then she's in there with like a Bailey or like a Naomi or like, these women who have these amazing movesets. I just feel like her being champion, like even storyline wise, it's not as effective for her to give her the sort of oomph that I feel like her character has before she won the championship. Just like when she went in with SummerSlam or whatever it was, like I was totally surprised that she won it at SummerSlam. Just like okay, and even that match was just it was boring.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Promo work is good. I'm enjoying the promo work.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, kind of. The in-ring still needs some help. The in-ring promo, like she still kind of talks like and I am the queen.
Yes.
It's like, ugh, please stop that. Like you do so well backstage, and I guess you're doing this in front of people because you have obviously stage fright. There's so many fucking people. But yeah, that shit annoys dog shit out of me. I'm just like, bro. But yeah, I really want to. They should really do like a kaiju battle, like they're doing on Braun and Bronson. Like get Piper.
That would be cool.
Piper.
They got some boxes over there.
you know, or Rhea again. I like the Rhea and Nia match. Like,
yeah.
But yeah.
All right. We got a few more because we got to get to WrestleDream, guys.
Yep.
Damian Priest. Talk about to me, this was still kind of lackluster too. It was cool in certain spots, but I don't know, man. I'm just kind of over Judgment Day in her battle. Well, they're no longer Judgment. Well, he's no longer. But I don't know. I'm just bored with it, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, hard agree. Match was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, I don't know if they continue it because I almost feel like it should have been a stipulation.
I hope they cut it off now. I'm like, let this be over.
Yeah. I feel like the Judgment Day has been a stable for the past 2.5 years. Like while SmackDown had Bloodline, Raw had Judgment Day. And like I feel like the implosion wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
I like, you know what I mean? Like they kind of dragged it out a little bit because they wanted to do this mixed tag match and this, that, and the other when it really should have just been about, and I know what they're doing. They're like the long tease of like, oh, you're not going to get Finn versus Damian until Bad Blood because there's bad blood. And it's like, but it's just a regular match.
Yeah.
It wasn't a street match.
Yeah.
It wasn't any kind of like I quit match. And it's like they were brothers for so long. Like there should be intensity there.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that implosion. So like a part of me feels like they're probably going to continue it.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of hard to tell because we didn't really get anything on Raw right after.
Yeah.
So it's just it's because they're ramping up for Crown Jewel.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing we should talk about. But if we find the time, let's go through it. Because I'm really excited to hear what you're going to say about this one. Rhea Ripley defeated Liv Morgan with Dirty Dom by disqualification. Shark Cage match. Raquel Rodriguez. No, you know what? No, Eldon, you go first before we let him in to talk about the white girl. Well, no, there was but the blonde short white girl that we know he don't like.
I was the most shocking because I missed most of that match, but I was shocked Raquel came back. I was like, oh, that was really shocking. And I thought that, okay, this is a match. Well, I've never been that high on Raquel just as far as stature and size. I'm like, okay, that's somebody who literally stands toe-to-toe with Rhea. I'm like, all right, I'm here for this. I like the twist most of all. The rest of the match was, I wasn't high on it. It was okay.
All right. How about you, Sean? What you got to say about this?
Again, I harken back to what Becky Lynch says. It's hard to wrestle these tinier people like the Alexas and the Livs of the world because you can't, especially if they're a champion, you can't just ragdoll them.
Right.
But this just sucked. This wasn't entertaining. Like, yeah, she got the smack Dom like a pinata, which that was kind of funny. And that's like the only thing. Like Raquel botched the whole fucking return.
Yep.
Like it was confirmed. Like it was not supposed to end in a DQ.
It was so weird, man.
Yeah, it was supposed to end with her fucking like getting Rhea when the ref's back was turned as Dominic was upside down and was supposed to throw Liv on top of her and get the pin. And she still did it, but it was after the ref clearly saw that she attacked Rhea, which she wasn't supposed to do. So it was bad timing. And I'm sorry, like Raquel just doesn't do it for me. Like she's like what the Tongaloa, like just a botch machine. Like I don't get, like, every time. And someone posted a really funny picture, and it was just like Rhea Ripley's back, and it was like Bianca's back and Jade's back, and they're just like, why do we need Raquel? Like, can we get more than just I'm back? Look at my back. Like, can we get more than that, please, this time? Because that was just, and maybe that was a Vince thing, because now she's Raquel Gonzalez again instead of Raquel Rodriguez. And apparently that was like a big Vince thing.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, yeah.
Vince didn't like Gonzalez, and also like the alliteration of Raquel Rodriguez. So I don't know. Like, we waited so long for Rhea to get her revenge, and then you dupe us, and that's what's annoying. It's like, give us our payout.
Yeah.
And now we have two heels who don't really defend their fucking title every week.
Right.
That have both the women's championships. And it's just, what are you doing to the women's division?
Exactly.
And then the next night on Raw, you have a 5-man tag that serves no fucking purpose. Like, what are you doing to the women's division? It's all in NXT, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's my piece. What does Liv do? What does Liv do? What does she do next? There's nothing for Liv. Unless they continue with Rhea.
Because the revenge tour is over now.
I know.
If I beat Rhea, then it's over.
This is Liv's revenge tour. No. Go home.
Bruh.
Give up the belt.
I will give you all of this lead up. I wanted a smackdown from Rhea on Liv.
Yes.
And that didn't happen. And then I'm like, I'm not a fan of Raquel. I am not a fan of Raquel, unfortunately. There's no charisma. There's no Riz.
No.
I don't have no Riz from Raquel.
No aura.
Nothing.
That's the Gen Z thing. The aura. And she's aura-less.
Aura-less, bro. So it was a letdown, man. And I was excited for this because of just all of the build-up, like you said, and then we got duped. It was a letdown for me.
Absolutely.
All right. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, defeating the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, pinfall, and then our man Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes out at the end.
We want to talk about the Crown Jewel
further the
announcement
storyline. Go ahead.
You want to talk about the Crown Jewel announcement first, or you want to jump into that?
Well, you go ahead, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, right before that, I think it was like in the middle, actually. Triple H came out, announced that whack-looking belt.
That shit is ugly.
I think the belt looks fine.
It's gaudy.
I think it's ugly. It's ugly.
Too gaudy.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, this is 57 carats, or whatever the fuck it was.
I'm cool with the belt.
Fuck up, Triple H.
It reminds me of the gold belt back in the day, but
it just doesn't, like, you have champion versus champion, so you're essentially taking the idea of Survivor Series, what's been Survivor Series for so long, and you're giving it to Saudi. You know, and I love Survivor Series especially when they brought in NXT and it was like a 3-way thing. Like, I thought that was genius. You know, because you don't really get to see some of these wrestlers fight some of these other wrestlers because they're on different brands. And I thought that was a really cool, like, we get this once a year. Cool. You know? And now you just kind of give it to Saudi for Crown Jewel. And it's just, I don't get it. You know, like, why are we doing that? And like, how, like, oh, there's going to be a clear winner, so you're going to make one of your champions look bad.
Yeah.
And then that gives fuel for whoever feuds with them next. And I guess that makes sense. Like, oh, you just got beat a Crown Jewel, blah 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 blah. Maybe, I guess, but still, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of meh. And that's why, honestly, when they announced that, that's why I thought Sammy was going to beat Gunther on Monday, which he didn't. But you know, there was damn close. That was a great match.
Right.
But yeah, I don't care for that fucking belt. What are they going to do? They're going to bring it out the next day, like when they get back to Raw or SmackDown for one time and then forget about it and leave it in the back until Crown Jewel next year? That's exactly what they're going to do. Yeah.
So my question to you is, do you guys think who the current champions will be the current champions come Crown Jewel? And that's what we're going to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who's going to win?
I say Gunther's going to win because someone's going to screw over Cody.
Yeah.
Cody's the true babyface. Like, Cody doesn't get a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't say that. He does get a lot, but like, I think he thrives in the role of against all odds and just like being low, like just having the bloodline terrorize him continually, like or The Rock or whoever, however they play that out. You know what I mean? So I definitely think Gunther wins that.
All right, let's go to the women's then.
Ooh, so we got Nia versus Liv. Bro,
Liv.
Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Like, that was a perfect opportunity. If you knew you were going to do that, you should have given it back to fucking Rhea, and you have Rhea and Nia again, but both of them are champions this time, like you did in Australia.
That would have been dope.
Perfect opportunity.
Not Liv, yeah.
And I mean, they could still do it. They could probably give Rhea the belt on any Monday, or maybe Raquel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, like I said, do you think it'll change come then?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, because Crown Jewel's what, at the end of this month, the 30th?
No, I thought it was November.
Is it November? November 30th?
No, because it's like November 4th or something like that.
Really? Man, I must be going crazy.
I'm not sure.
Because Survivor Series end of November.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, so November 2nd, you're right. It's always, so there's 2 PLEs in November. But see, and that's what sucks. It's like you do the champion versus champion there. Like, what do you do for Survivor Series? What does Survivor
War
Series
games.
become? You know?
Yeah. That's become War Games.
Yeah. Yeah. It's become War. Yeah, you're right. And I don't mind that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. But anyway, the last match, I mean, it was great. Like, those two together, that's aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's aura. That's how you command a crowd. That's how you command presence. Like, those two together was Cody and fucking Roman was electrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pun intended as to what happened at the end, but it was a good match. And they really protected Jacob a lot during that. Obviously, because I think they kind of how they protected Solo when he was in the bloodline originally with Roman. They kind of protected him a little bit. I feel like they're doing the same with Jacob, because I think they're going to do a big push for Jacob, obviously, because he's just super over and just amazing at being in the ring. Like, he's got the presence. He's got the skill set, the move set. So I love the match. Match was great. I mean, it wasn't, the most technical match, but it was drama. It was like the bloodline drama that we got a year or two ago when we were like, man, this is great, blah, blah, blah. And then we got Jimmy coming back, and like, that was great. And like,
we didn't talk Jimmy coming back.
Yeah. Didn't we say that last week? As far as that whole thing about him being sick, it was maybe it's like a work or something like that.
I wasn't there during that week, but
Patrick, yeah, I could have sworn you said something about that.
I don't quite remember, but yeah.
Rikishi found out real hard. He was like, all right, people listen to my opinion, so I can play into the kayfabe. So he really duped some people with that. Like, pray for Jay or Jimmy. Bro. But yeah, and The Rock coming back. What do you guys think the 1, 2, 3 means?
Well, I thought he did a 4. Because I started to think, are we going to get a brand new 4 horsemen, to be honest? That's what I thought. I thought he gave us 4. 3. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
I thought it was 3.
I might be wrong. But
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious too. I'm curious what that meant. But I thought there was a 4, and I thought like, oh, a new 4 horsemen. But I'm curious what that 3, I think, is that like 3 people, like a new, a new thing, a new bloodline or new something.
Right. I think
a new bloodline to the new bloodline or whatever. I don't know.
I feel like that was.
It felt like a call out.
It felt like a call out of. I think because we talked about this a bunch. I think Rock was behind Solo taking over and this, that, and the other. I think Solo's had 3 chances to kind of deal with Cody,
and
now he's just like, okay, you had your 3 chances, you're done.
Right. Makes sense.
So I think The Rock's going to come out and be like, you're done, dude. Like, it's over. It's through. Like, you're not the tribal chief. You never were. Like, and I think we get, we'll see what we get with The Rock. You know what I mean? I mean, this, like, we're turning the corner to the Netflix joint coming up in 2 months or 3 months rather, because it's January. So I mean, this is the time to start building something up, like Rock versus Roman, right? So this is the perfect opportunity.
I'm with that. Yeah. Oh, it was weird. I'm just still trying to figure it out. Like I said, I thought like what? It meant something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to head over to WrestleDream AEW?
Yes, let's run through this.
Oh, real quick, Obafemi.
Oh yeah,
Oba.
NXT.
Oba got beat by Joe. I was sitting on my couch just like, man, it's like Tony's about to get his ass beat. Bro, that shocked me. And it wasn't there was no like he didn't cheat or anything. Like that's kind of a clean win over Oba. That's weird. So either they're like really high up on Tony right now.
I think they've been high up on him, but
yeah, I agree with that, Patrick.
But I don't. But do we think that took away from Oba?
Yes.
I don't. And let me tell you why. And this is what I think, at least the way they played and the way I saw it, Oba got too confident. And Tony took advantage of that. So Oba got too full of himself. And especially that last sequence, Tony was able to take advantage of that and pin him because Oba beat himself, not Tony beat Oba. And that's the way I was looking at least the story they were telling in the ring.
I didn't see that.
Oh, so I gotta watch this because I didn't see the match. I was, out.
Because when Tony kicked out of like his finish, like bro, like he was shocked, like he was shook. He wasn't confident. Yeah. Like the last 5 minutes of that match, Oba was not confident. Like he was shook because Tony just kept kicking out. So that was not confidence, in my opinion. I think he was legitimately like, how do I win? And maybe it could be that. Maybe they could play it that way. Of like he was like he's never been shook like that before. Because normally he is like strutting around, like doing his thing, as he's beating someone's ass. But he wasn't doing that with Tony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got he got shook. Oba was confident. He prided himself so much in that because he got shook. Tony was able to capitalize off of that because Oba wasn't Oba. And that's what I say. It was more so Oba defeated himself because Tony got in his head. And Tony, while it wasn't like any sort of nefarious or cheating or anything, that sequence shook Oba to a point where he didn't have his confidence and Tony was able to capitalize. That's why I say it was more Oba beat Oba, not Tony beat Oba. And that's why I say I don't think it really takes away from Oba. I think it's character building right there.
I like that if that's the case. If they play it off like that. I haven't seen the match yet, but I like that notion. You guys, yeah?
Yep. Let's get into WrestleDream.
All right, let's head over to WrestleDream. Oh, well, no. Bakir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got
Stephanie Bakir.
Julia,
Kalani Jordan.
Roxanne.
Bianca Jade. Man, it's just the wrestling, the women's wrestling there. Just, I'm of the stuff on my DVR that I need to watch. I'm most excited to check out NXT right now, guys. For that match, the family match, and then the amazing women. I cannot wait, dude.
Let me tell you this though, and this is kind of going on something we were talking about before the start of the show. Talk about the casual audience. Even just on my TikTok today, and I had people who aren't into wrestling send me stuff that people were commenting, lustfully so, over like, this is what wrestling looks like now.
Yeah.
Why am I not watching wrestling with Kalani and Lash and all of them? And like that's the sort of thing that is happening. Like normies are seeing certain aspects and they're like, this is wrestling?
Yeah.
These women are wrestling? Oh, I need to tune in. And that's like that casual fan, those things, that excitement is there. Whether it is like, oh, they like to wrestle, or oh, their loins are burning from what they see. There's still an excitement there. Maybe excitement is not the word I should be using in the context, but you get what I'm saying.
There's interest.
Yes, definitely interest.
Yeah, and like, we talked about it a little bit before too, like the ratings, like 900K viewers on CW versus Dynamite's like 250.
Yeah.
Granted, Dynamite was on Tuesday, which normally is on Wednesday, and it was a little bit later, but still, like, you know what I mean? Like, NXT is new to CW as well, and
also the CW's over the air.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I thought about as well. And while that wasn't too different than what it was getting on USA, it's still over the air. You got a lot more people that can get it, and also you can stream it for free. So a lot more eyeballs are going to be on that product.
Yeah. What's curious is like once these things start going streaming, like once Dynamite goes to Max, which is the deal, and Raw goes to Netflix, a lot of these rating stocks are going to be gone.
Yeah.
So we only get to talk about these rating stuff for like the next 3 months, and I think the whole industry changes because I'm pretty sure Netflix and them will not be releasing any kind of numbers like that.
Well, no, unless I think they will if it's beneficial to them. That's the only time they do it.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. That'd be cool. Yeah. Now we can move on.
All right, guys. WrestleDream. Let's kick it off with the first match. The undercard. We have Atlas Jr. Defending his ROH World Television Championship against Brian Cage right before the start of the event. Do you got the Swolverine or do you have the current champion, Shawn Mongold?
I don't even know who Atlantis Jr. is.
Right, exactly.
Like, I have no fucking clue. I just looked up a picture.
He's a Mexican luchador.
Oh, I see. I just looked up a picture. Jesus Christ. I've never seen this guy a day in my life. I don't fucking know. Like, Brian Cage is huge. He should definitely win.
The Swolverine?
Yeah, he should definitely win. But also, I'm over him. So, I don't know. They suck for this. I hate them. Why is this on a pay-per-view? Why am I paying?
No, it was a preliminary match.
Oh, it's a pre-show? Okay.
Pre-show. Right.
Good.
Who you got, Webster Style?
I'm going with Brian Cage because they've always been high on him. They've used him in many different things.
They got to give him something.
Yeah, exactly. They got to give him something. There's something to give him. So I'm going with Brian.
I'm going with him too, man. Give this Wolverine something. All right. First match of the night is going to be our current champion, Mark Briscoe, defending his ROH World Championship against the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Webster Style. Who do you got?
I'm going with Mark Briscoe. That's it. Y'all know how I feel about Jericho and this whole Learning Tree thing. And hasn't he already held the ROH title before?
I think so.
Yeah. So I don't understand what they're doing with this. And I know they've had some title defenses on Honor Club recently, so I was happy about that. But yeah, no.
It doesn't make
sense.
Yeah,
Briscoe.
Okay, Sean.
They try to ignite it with the promo with Chris bringing up Jay and how Jay was the better wrestler and this and the other. I'm just tired. Like, Chris Jericho doesn't need to be here.
Yeah, I'm tired
Chris
of
Jericho does not need to be on TV anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris Jericho should be a producer and wheel him out every once in a while like you do a Sting. And that's it. I'm sorry. It's not entertaining anymore. Like, a lot of this, I'm looking down this card, a lot of this is not entertaining.
well, then we'll keep it moving. So you're going Briscoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm upset. Chris Jericho's in the new Terrifier 3 that's dropping this week as of this recording.
Does he get killed?
I don't know, but I hope so. That's all I really hope so. He's appearing in my damn Terrifier, which I'm excited for. But then when I saw he was in the trailer, I'm like, fucking Chris Jericho's in Terrifier now. Man, what
the other quick news, MJF is in Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes, I saw that.
As a lead role. And apparently he got another TV role with Ron Perlman, with a movie with Ron Perlman and Justin Long.
Cool. So he's supposed to.
Yeah, he's mixing it up now.
Yeah, he's playing Happy Gilmore, either his son or one of his sons. I forget how the trade read, but yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I gotta tell you though, I recently kind of, either this is his part of his shtick to be the ultimate bad guy, but he had a picture of him that it was posted of, it had Joe Biden with like a box, convicted felon, check mark, and I know he's trying to, I would hope he's just playing it up as the villain thing, but still, I don't like the optics on it, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I saw that. I just chalked up. This is wrestling. He's trying to be an ass.
I would say so, but I wouldn't be surprised if that also was in his politics, bro.
That's true.
And that just kind of, fuck you, MJF. I don't know, bro. Because I'm very sensitive with this current election right now. To be honest, I don't want to have to move to Canada or somewhere else in the next couple months. But yeah, I don't know, man. That just kind of pissed me off. Sidebar, totally off subject, but we're wrestling fans, and we feel a certain way. Bro. But anyway, yeah, Sean, he convicted felon shirt. Yeah, He checked marked for the convicted felon. Fuck him.
It's the other way around.
Bruh.
Whatever.
All right, next match: Darby Allin, Brody King, singles match. Who you got? I forgot who I was on. Webster Style. No, Sean, it's on you now. You don't like this one,
bro? Like you
don't like this guy right here.
I see you put your background
only because it was a dope picture. Fuck Darby.
I'm bored of Darby.
Yeah.
Darby's been the same character for 5 years.
Right.
I want Brody King to squash his ass.
And this is also very random. This match was literally just made on Tuesday.
Yep.
Like they just did a promo in the ring, and it was like, oh, we're friends outside of wrestling, and I started AEW and you didn't, and you called me because you got let go from Ring of Honor, and I helped you out, and like I need to see your fire. Like, so he's like trying to hype up Brody King. I'm like, Brody King's your veteran. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like it made I don't know, man. It just pissed me off. I mean, it'll probably be a cool match because Brody's just going to chuck Darby all over the place and ragdoll.
I want him to fuck him up, man.
That's what's fun. Yeah. Like Darby has no problem being ragdolled, and selling the fuck out of it. But like his character is just there's nothing there for me.
Yeah.
I love the matches, but yeah, I'm tired.
All right. So you got Brody.
Yes.
All right. How about you, Webster Style?
Brody, Darby needs to change. Darby's been Darby since Evolve. That's the first time I saw him. Yeah. So yeah, I'm tired.
All right, let's go through this rest of this tired. Yeah, I'm not now looking at the rest of it like you were, Sean. I'd rather be dreaming than wrestle dreaming. I'm sorry to be honest. Yeah, let's go with Webster Style. Jack Perry, your favorite, the GOAT, versus Katsuyori Shibata. I'm fucking that up for the AEW TNT Championship. Who you got?
Why? I mean, I know how this came about, but again, another random ass match.
Yeah.
Perry. I mean, I don't want him to win, but that's the reason why I got Shibata.
But you know they're not going to take it off his ass.
Right, yeah.
Well, they're on this never-ending quest to make Jack Perry look hard.
Exactly.
Like a badass, and it's so fucking annoying. It's like he's not hard. He looks like a 12-year-old in the ring. His silhouette, without his beard, he looks like a 12-year-old. He looks like he should be wearing a little soccer jersey and some shin guards and some cleats running up and down a field. You know, so I don't understand. Like I know why it is. It's because the whole CM Punk thing, and he was the catalyst. So you know, EVPs are giving him everything, and it's stupid. They're still trying to use the hate for CM Punk to build stories,
and no one cares.
What's annoying, and that's why I just don't give a shit. And his whole heart, I beat somebody, I take my title, I run to the back, throw it into my piece of shit RV thing and drive it off. Like that's the only part of your character that I think is fun. Is that you have a shitty piece of vehicle that you drive out. Like this makes zero sense. It's thrown together. They don't give Shibata anything real.
Exactly.
And it's just annoying.
Like the best thing they did with him when he was in the mix for the pure championship, with him and Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah. Those were great matches. And both of them had been champion before, so there was like a history there. But like this doesn't have a history. Like this serves no purpose.
It's random.
So will Perry remain or will Shibata take it?
No, Perry.
I want the vibes to go into the ether, so I'm gonna say Shibata because I just cannot put it in Perry, even though I know that's where they're gonna go. I want the vibes and the atmosphere to change it. All right, next up we have the AEW International Championship, current champion Ospreay versus Ricochet and Takeshita. Who we got? Shawn Mongold.
This one I'm pretty interested in.
This looks like it'll be fun.
They've played up a little bit of a story here, obviously with Takeshita and Ospreay, the Don Callis family, the drama between Ospreay and the Callis family, and then having Kyle Fletcher over there, Ricochet and Will Ospreay's, their kind of their history, back before Ricochet went to WWE, and then also their latest match when they had like the double pin, which was kind of weird, kind of corny. And And then they're like, oh, we're going to go 5 more minutes to establish a true winner. And then that's when Takeshita comes out. So it almost kind of felt like he got robbed a little bit of that match, which was annoying. But this is going to be a great match. If it's for the championship, I don't see anyone winning except for Ospreay.
Yeah. How about you, Webster Style? Who you got?
I'm going with Takeshita.
Ooh.
I feel like
this is when they pull the trigger?
Yeah, I feel like this is a good way of putting the belt on Takeshita. It makes, if it's a good match, it makes him look strong and doesn't take away from the rivalry between Ricochet and Will Ospreay. And also, you got the whole, I think more so the issues with the Don Callis family, Don Callis specifically, play a part in him winning. Because Takeshia's somebody that they should have been put a title on.
Yeah.
He's put in bangers and he's earned it.
Yeah. And he could easily pin Ricochet so it doesn't make Ospreay look weak.
Right.
Like maybe Kyle Fletcher runs interference outside.
Yep.
Or something like that. And then fucking Don gives Takeshita a screwdriver, hits Ricochet over the head, gets the pin. And then that continues it. You know what I mean? That continues a feud with the Callis family. And then also it kind of gives a reason for Will and Ricochet to team up to go against the Callis family a little bit instead of feuding with each other. So I didn't think about that. That's a
interesting.
That would be smart, but also AEW doesn't make smart decisions.
That's the truth.
We'll see.
All right, let's head over to another of your
Patrick?
favorites. Oh, go ahead.
What do you think, Patrick? What do you think wins?
I think the money's gonna stay with Ospreay, but I like the take in regards to Takeshita because I think we all think at some point you gotta show love to him. Ricochet's still brand new, so he ain't doing shit.
No.
Ospreay we know is the golden child, but you gotta do something with Takeshita. So yeah, if I was to put money on it, my money would be on Ospreay. But yeah. All right, so we got the AEW World Tag Team Championship, Young Bucks, Private Party. We've seen this since year 1 of AEW.
They're 5 years late.
So bored. I don't care.
Yeah.
Who do you got, Webster Style?
I want to say it should be Private Party, but they missed the boat putting the titles in them years ago.
Yeah.
Like really,
yeah.
Oh God, I don't even want to say it. So it's gonna be Young Bucks.
Yeah, and it really sucks too. Like 5 years.
It really does.
I think I was at that card too, like watching as Private Party beat the Young Bucks, and they just didn't do anything with it. And a part of me wants to say like, oh, like they changed up their music, which confused me because their music was so iconic.
Yeah.
Everyone sung along to it. And this new shit, usually that implies that someone's getting a push. But their music just doesn't rock. Like they had a great intro, like the security dude with the fucking velvet. The velvet rope, like back up to the camera. They come out just dancing. Everyone's dancing, shit like that. Like they're missing the mark.
Yeah. No pun intended.
But for whatever reason, they're keeping this shit on the Young Bucks, and I do not know why. I don't know who they're waiting to come over and take them. I don't know who they're building up to take them.
Yeah,
it's just their tag team has just gone through the shitter.
The
past year and a half.
And it's because of the Young Bucks.
Yes,
exactly. It's the Hulk Hogan effect. We run the shit. We're gonna I'm gonna put the energy into Private Party, but even though I need something, I don't like what this. But so your money's on Bucks with you, Sean.
Yeah,
just because we know
reluctantly.
Reluctantly, not because I want it.
All right. Well, Sean, AEW Women's World Championship. Woo. Mariah May, Willow Nightingale. I like this one.
I like
this one. I'm excited about. I like this.
I want Willow. I want my girl Willow. We have to give it to Willow. Come on, give me Willow. I want it. We can't have 2 heel champions. This is getting annoying. We can't have both fucking promotions with 2 heel champions as on the women's side. Like, come on, man, give it to Willow. They're probably not. I think they want to build something with shit.
Mariah May and what's her name? Mina
Shirakawa.
Yeah.
I think they're really trying to build something up there. And I
Which
feel
makes
like
sense.
this was kind of last minute. Yeah, it does. But also Mina's not. It's kind of in between AEW, I think, and Stardom. I think still. So it's just
Yeah, I
like
don't think she's not full. She's not on the roster if I remember correctly.
maybe the things have changed, but like you know what I mean. But like also Mina hasn't really been around and established herself as like a
Yeah.
strong talent
Not
like
yet.
Willow has. Um, and I really want Willow to win. And like I'm just tired yet again. The blonde white woman. I'm tired of it. Um, also Mariah, like she's been on commentary and she just sucks.
Yeah.
She
Tony
sucks.
Tony had the whole package, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tony was great. Even though I didn't understand the gimmick.
Yeah, you never understood the gimmick. We love her.
Yeah, but like she had the presence. She
Yeah.
committed to it and she was good at it. And she didn't seem nervous. Like when Mariah talks on even like the headset and commentary, it didn't feel right. It didn't flow right. You know what I mean? So just
Yeah.
I'm tired of her. Like she also, I'm sorry, like she didn't prove her mettle. They just kind of threw it on her because of the whole Tony Storm angle, and Tony wanted to take a break. So like, okay, Mariah,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. And where's Mercedes? Why is Mercedes not on this card? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you doing,
Yeah.
Mercedes? Like, dude, come on, man. Like, killing me here.
So who you got, man? Oh, Willow. You have Willow.
Yeah, I got Willow. I want Willow, but
Yeah. But you got
know,
a feeling Mariah May is gonna retain.
they love their white woman, so
Hey.
I like Mariah.
All right, Webster, who you got, brother?
I would want Willow. I feel like this is too soon to have her interject in the title picture, though.
Yeah. But then you
Again,
get a
it's
TV match.
like she just had this storyline with Chris Statlander, and
Yeah.
then literally got injected into this, and I don't know why. Because I in my heart of hearts, I don't think she's going to win it.
Yeah.
Sean, watch Sunset Boulevard or look that up, and you'll probably have a better understanding of what Tony's whole gimmick was. But yeah, I don't know why Willow. I think this is ill-fated. This is not a good booking decision, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
Unless some
Especially no real
interference.
build to it.
Like this is a match that seems like screams interference. Like there's going to be fuck
Yeah.
shit to build to something else, whether it's for Willow or for Mariah, is remains to be unseen. But it
And
could be
probably Willow.
Chris. It could be Chris attacking Willow again. It could be someone else attacking Willow. I know, but like they like stretching shit now, and it's just like okay, Willow can fight other people outside of Chris Statlander. So that's why I like that she got this opportunity. But it's also like you just said, it's ill-fated. There wasn't a true feud here. So
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Yeah. My heart wants Willow, but at the same time, I don't think it's time. They just wanted a qualified filler until they get Mariah versus Mina. All right, let's head over to a singles match with Hangman Adam Page versus Switchblade Jay White, Webster style.
Now, this is a match I want to see. I'm excited for this one. Oh, this is a hard pick simply because I mean Heyman just got that win over Swerve. Like he's been a real badass, and finally we've seen a change in his character. We talked about that for the longest time. But they need to be doing something incredible with Jay White. And the best they can do right now is put Jay White over Hangman right now. I'm going with Jay. I'm going with Jay White.
All right. Yeah. How about you, Sean? Same?
I see the same. Like, I'm sorry, Hangman doesn't do it for me. Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts and people are just like, he's the greatest wrestler ever. I'm just like,
who says that?
Wrestle Talk people.
Oh God.
And I'm just like, I don't get like, I don't see the package. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see the whole deal. Like, I like some of his matches, like his character work. Like right now, he's just a crazed lunatic. And it's very easy to be that. You know what I mean? I definitely see Jay winning. I think they want to push Jay. Jay is a great competitor, and honestly, I could see Jay getting into a good series with Brian Danielson for the belt if he retains after this match. But But yeah, I see him getting to the main picture, the title scene. And I think this is the way to do it. Hangman's been there already. Put Jay up there. Have some fun with it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Adam Page, so I'm going with Jay White. Let's head over to the tag team match. The MXM Collection versus the Acclaimed. Who do you got, Sean Mongold?
I didn't even know this was a thing. I love Mansoor and Mason. I think they're fun to watch.
They are. I like their little skits, dude.
Yeah, like they're very fashion files back in the day. If you remember Brazango, Brazango days. Well, they're still doing it actually in the Indies. So, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like Eminem is just too new to get a win over the Acclaimed. Like AEW is so high up on the Acclaimed, like they've been champions nonstop. Like unless
we're getting bored with it though. I'm getting bored with it. So why not push them over now? That's what I'm giving the Eminem Collection. So just because I think they need that love, that push.
I think they do too, but it all depends on what AEW sees for them. You know what I mean? Like, have they officially signed? Like,
yes.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
Okay. Like then it depends on like how hard they want to push them. But at the same time, it's like, are you just going to have them beat Acclaimed and then automatically go to the Young Bucks and get beaten by the Young Bucks for the titles? And then you kind of squash it. Like AEW, I think sometimes they don't, like, it's such a nuance to it. And like either they pull the trigger too soon or they wait too long. And it's like there's never the right medium level of story. It's always too soon or too long. And it's never the like perfect middle in between for me. So I'm afraid if they win, they throw them immediately to the Young Bucks, and then they get beat by the Young Bucks because it's the Young Bucks, and then you're left with nothing. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like a heel turn for the Acclaimed would be nice.
Yeah. Oh yes. That would be a cool thing in it for them if they were to retain. I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think a nice heel turn, maybe turn on Daddy Ass, fucking be like, hey, we're done with this scissoring shit. Like, bro, that'd be great. That's the revitalization you need for the Acclaimed, in my opinion.
All right, how about you, Webster Style? Who you got?
Just a tip. Just a tip. I'm going with MXM. Let me tell you, I love what they've done to evolve that gimmick.
Hell yeah.
After leaving WWE. Talk about turning lemons into lemonade. They are so entertaining. And they are so committed to character. I love it. I love it. I want them to go over the Acclaimed. I really do. I think that this would be good for AEW. It's something fresh. It's a new, fresh tag team. Yes. And I'm thinking maybe long term, you don't give them right to
Young Bucks,
EVPs, but you use them to really jumpstart or restart the tag team division.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because AEW's been faltering on that hard because they've been making tag teams into trios. Like they don't know what the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
So that's the way I feel about it.
All right, MXM. Next up, 2 out of 3 falls match. Hologram undefeated versus the Beast Mortos. Who we got? Webster Style.
Another match I could kill us about. I'm going with Hologram.
Hologram.
That's it.
Okay. What, Sean Mongold?
I'm sorry, I was sleeping.
You've been watching this young hologram dude?
I don't care. I don't know what their obsession is, man. I don't get it. And then like CML, like this is the co-main event, and they have a CMLL Beast Mortos in it. I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not for a title. I don't get it. Why isn't the Will Ospreay thing co-main event? Like, why? I don't understand this. I don't know the story. I haven't been paying attention, and I don't care. You say Hologram?
Hologram, undefeated since they brought him in on like everything.
I'm gonna say the Beast Mortos just to
mix it up,
fuck things up.
All right, well, I'm gonna stay with you, man. AEW World Championship, Bryan Danielson farewell tour, current champion versus Moxley. What are we doing with this one? This is pretty cool.
It's a bar burner.
This one's gonna be rough.
Yeah,
probably gonna get bloody.
I want to say that there's an inevitable Wheeler Yuta turn against Bryan. I don't know if it happens here.
Oh, so you think Wheeler's going to go to the dark side?
Yeah. I think they've been overplaying like his
nice guy
image.
Well, nice guy image, but also like the mental state that he's been in. I don't know if you've seen some of the things where he's like, he thinks that it's Rampage, but he's really at Dynamite, or like they're playing it up. Like, the guy comes out of the locker room. Hey, you left your belt. My bad. I'm so sorry.
I saw that.
They're playing like this very, like his mind's just fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, you can't really do that. Like if he comes out and attacks Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley gets disqualified. He doesn't get the belt. Then he gets mad at Wheeler Yuta anyway. But then if you have him help Jon Moxley win and turn heel, then Bryan Danielson's like farewell tour is over, quote unquote, right? So, and I know there's like a bunch of people talking like they still want Bryan Danielson versus Jay White. They still want Bryan Danielson versus MJF again, or Will Ospreay. So there's still things to do with him before he leaves. So I'm curious to see how this goes. But I mean, yeah, he's got the card stacked against him, but I still see Bryan taking the win, one way or another.
All right, Webster style, who do you got, man?
I'm leaning toward Moxley.
Because of what they're doing, this whole
this whole is not your company. This momentum they're giving behind. They're finally making. They're not even. I haven't really, and Sean maybe correct me. I really haven't heard them refer to them as the BCC anymore.
No.
So whatever is going on, they're putting a lot of energy behind it. Yeah. And again, not knowing what their plans are, it seems makes more sense to have Moxley win. Now, I'll say this. No, it's twofold. On one hand, I'm like, it makes sense for him to win. But on the other hand, it makes more sense for Bryan Danielson to win because of disqualification. And for him to get savaged by Moxley in whatever this group is called.
Ooh, so how do you feel about possible money?
You know what?
No, it's Here Comes the Money. I fucked
that
Here
Comes the Money. I know what you meant.
Sorry.
I was like, hold on.
I was confused. Wait. I started singing. Yeah, Shane O'Mac. Here Comes the Money. There it is. I fucked that all up.
I have no issues with Shane if they let him handle some creative.
Something his daddy never let him do.
We need somebody else to him besides Tony Khan. Yes. Like for real. We really do.
Yes.
And
yes.
I mean, I don't mind Shane. Again, it's all the way he was used. I never disliked him as an on-screen character. I mean, Shane was always entertaining. He puts on a show. That's something he's always done. Whether he's succeeded or not, he has done his best to put on a show, and he understands the business. And I think that he can be an asset to AEW.
Yeah, I mean, he was always trying to prove to Daddy that he could do it.
Right.
So, I would love for him to be their head runner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be fun, and I think that would be a really big story to have Shane come over. You know? And then, Bryan was over at his company for a while. So was John. And then, I feel like Shane befriended John, and was like, hey, I'm going to come over and infiltrate, like the whole, WCW, WWF feud kind of thing, make it like a true takeover. Like, I think that'd be great. Maybe that's also how you like mix up the logo a little bit and like redesign Dynamite and give it a kind of a rebranding or something. Like
it would really be exciting. It would be like the whole back in the day with the takeover and all of that. You know,
absolutely. I think that's how you rebrand some things and make it kind of interesting and like grittier.
Because we're getting bored. We're getting bored with it.
Very much so. So
I want to do a quick point out real quick. As you said earlier.
Yeah.
Another big problem, as y'all know, we went to a Dynamite this past, year. All the promo stuff had our girl on it, but she wasn't there. Why are we advertising WrestleDream? This is the official WrestleDream poster, and you're putting Mercedes on here, and she has no match.
Well, look who else is on there behind your head that's not in the match.
That's true, too. Don't do that. I have a distinct problem with that, man.
Yeah.
That's false advertising.
It is. That's stupid. I am curious if MVP or Shelton Benjamin or any of them are going to come in during these matches.
Oh, I feel like we definitely see Bobby.
You think we're going to see Bobby?
Yeah.
You think we're going to see Bobby at the Bryan Danielson John Moxley thing?
No, just in general. They just like showing off people, debuting people for no reason.
It just doesn't make any sense because like MVP's been kind of talking to Prince Nana and Swerve. Swerve doesn't have a match, so it doesn't make sense. He's also been talking to Mercedes, who also doesn't have a match. So it's just like
he got to do something to kind of like really make some moves with the intro. So I like kind of where your head's at, Sean, in regards to interfere with the Moxley Danielson match to make, hey, I want a match against you, Bryan Danielson, and to maybe get the belt, or something, or some kind of build up, or somebody who's getting a belt
off Jump. I would laugh.
How crazy would that be?
I would laugh so hard. Did Bryan and Bobby ever fight over in WWE?
That's what I'm trying to think too. I don't think we've ever seen that. So that would be nuts, yo.
Yeah.
And that would what an entrance,
Yeah.
So that'd be nice. Just stop with the false advertising is why I just really wanted to point out. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right. Any other final predictions? We gave our WrestleDream comments. We have a SmackDown. We have a Raw. We have the results of this before the next show. Anything before we get up out of here? Web style.
No, kind of that Bobby Lash thing is my thing for that. I think they're gonna pull the trigger on that because it's been all but confirmed that he's signed a deal, and the best place in my opinion, based on their history, because last year we saw the debut of Edge at WrestleDream, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so it would make sense for them to do. Yeah, for them to do that here.
All right. Sean, what you got? Any predictions outside of WrestleDream? Anything to the next recording?
SmackDown. I hope we get some Rock shit. Continue that story.
We need a follow up from what you gave us.
And I really want the Naomi shit to kick off. I really want Naomi to get some spotlight.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I really want that. So I'm hoping we get something fun for SmackDown. Maybe the Bobby thing for WrestleDream. I don't know, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right, guys. Well, there you go. Another episode in the Kizan. We got a lot of stuff outside of this, though, y'all. We do a little bit more outside of wrestling. So, Web Style, I know you've been putting down on some interviews. You got a lot of stuff popping off. You and I got to talk on some things. I know you've been trying to hit me up. My apologies, my brother. So we'll talk on that, I'm sure, shortly. But what do you got going on over at Sartorial and Geek?
That's something I need to do. I need to do podcasts. I haven't done one of those in months, but still continuing with all my interviews from Baltimore Comic Con. They're coming out. Finally, the last ones are scheduled and are coming out at the time of this recording, I think Friday, if that's not it. And then next week, I got interviews coming out with comic creators, Steve Bino, Mark Maya, and then Philip Denson and Raymond Augustin. Those all coming out in addition to some other videos that are coming out. And still the big Baltimore Comic Con video with all the behind the scenes and show floor stuff. That's coming out too, but I still got to do that one. But everything else is ready, done, edited, scheduled. So it'll be out. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Dope. Make sure you like, share, subscribe with all my things my man Eldon's doing. His links are in the description below. And of course, my man Sean Mongold. giving you the orgasms over at DC Brawlesque. Part 3. What's up, Sean? We can't hear you, bro.
Damn. I had my mic muted. I was laughing really hard. But yeah, no, Horrorgasm is our 3rd year doing it. It's our Halloween themed show. It's all horror based. It's October 26th on Saturday at DC Brow, like normal. If you just look up Horrorgasm 3, you'll find it on Eventbrite. I'm really excited for it. It's usually one of our biggest cast shows, just because Halloween's kind of like the time to do shows, and people just want to go out and do shit around Halloween, right? And people like to dress up, even like the casuals, you know, like they like to dress up and have a fun night out. So yeah, so that's what we got going on, and then we're going to Twin Cities Con at the beginning of November, which is over in Minneapolis, so that'll be fun as well.
Nice.
All right, there you go, my man, Sean Mongold, Horrorgasm, DC Brawlesque. Go check it out. Again, Sean's links are in the description below. Show him love and go to Horrorgasm if you are in the DC area. It is some good times, y'all. I'm Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. Sean Mongold, Webster Style. You know where you at. All the links, again, mine, all the description. You're on the NRW. We appreciate you. But we got some things to do. We got a lot of things to do. So we'll talk all things, the results of WrestleDream next week, and all the other things that are popping off in the world of wrestling. So let's get pinned. Let's lay it down. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3. Deuces.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you. Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring. I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before. You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, and you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
All right, just jerk Helmsley off.
There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time, if you catch my meaning. I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like 2 men should do.
Oh, no, that's it, right.
Boy, I'm coming hard.